The Broker and the Broken Heart. Elias Thorne lived in a world of muted colors. His tiny apartment above a noisy laundromat smelled faintly of stale detergent and disappointment. He was 32, a talented but perpetually unacknowledged graphic designer, with a bank account that consistently hovered near the double-digit mark. For years, Elias's life was a cycle of submitting proposals that went unanswered, eating instant noodles, and enduring awkward, short-lived first dates. The broke part was a heavy chain. The lack of love, however, was the dull, aching pain. He felt invisible. When he did manage a date, the small insecurities, the panic of splitting a $40 dinner, the worry about his threadbare coat, often sabotaged the connection before it could bloom. His best friend, Chloe, a pragmatic architect, was his only constant. She often tried to set him up, but Elias would gently demur. "I can't ask a woman to share this," he once confessed, gesturing vaguely around his cramped space. "I need to fix the Elias problem first." One rainy Tuesday, utterly discouraged after a meeting where his design concept was stolen, Elias poured his frustrations not into a notebook, but into code. He had always tinkered with app ideas, simple tools to solve simple problems. This time, he created Echo, a minimalist tool designed for freelance creatives. It didn't track hours or income. It simply sent an automated, personalized follow-up email to clients 72 hours after a proposal submission. A gentle nudge, professionally phrased. He made it for himself. Meanwhile, his love life was, predictably, a mess. His last date, a woman named Lena, had ended early when she excused herself to go to the bathroom and sent him a text from the taxi, saying she had an unexpected family emergency. He released Echo for free on a niche forum. Within weeks, the downloads exploded. Creatives, like Elias, tired of being overlooked, loved its simplicity. Tech blogs picked up the story. Venture capitalists started calling. Elias was thrust from his dingy laundromat-adjacent life into a blur of meetings, legal documents, and six-figure valuations. He sold a small stake in Echo for enough money to move into a clean, quiet apartment with a view, hire a small team, and finally, pay off his old student debts. He was undeniably rich. With his new wealth came new attention. Women suddenly smiled brighter, and dates were easy to arrange. He dined in fancy restaurants, but the conversations felt shallow, focused on his success, not his soul. The money had solved the broke problem, but not the love problem. He still felt like the invisible man, only now wearing a very expensive suit. One evening, he was visiting an exhibit of emerging artists, something he used to dream of affording. Standing by a stark, beautiful sculpture was Chloe. She wasn't just his friend. She was there as the lead architect for the gallery's upcoming expansion. As they talked, not about his money or his app, but about the art, about the forgotten feeling of a rainy Tuesday, Elias saw her not just as his friend, but as a vibrant, insightful woman he had known and trusted for years. She had seen him at his worst, broke, heartbroken, wearing the same shirt 3 days in a row, and she hadn't judged him, only nudged him forward. He realized his quest for love had been an external one, always seeking validation from a stranger to prove he was worthy. But the one person who already knew his worth, who had truly seen Elias Thorne, was right there. "Chloe," he said, taking her hand, the expensive silk of his shirt suddenly feeling irrelevant. "You were right all along. I should have fixed the me problem first." And it turns out the solution to the me problem was just remembering who I was when I was talking to you. Chloe's practical, sensible smile softened. Elias, she replied, you were never the problem. You were just preoccupied. They left the gallery, no longer just two friends, but two people finally seeing the possibility of a future that was already beautifully intertwined. Elias kept Echo simple and effective. He continued to work hard, but his world was no longer muted. The money gave him comfort and opportunity, but it was the realization that true love wasn't something to be found, but something to be acknowledged that gave his life its color. He hadn't needed wealth to be worthy of love. He had simply needed to stop looking for love to validate his worth. He had fixed the broke part of his life, and in doing so, he finally opened his eyes and found the love that had been patiently waiting, right in his corner all along.